5D perceptions on dealing with problems, moving beyond 3D chaos and conflicts. Throughout human history, we were always working to innovate, to make things better. Every community group and nation state worked their own plans, collectively moving in the direction that would solve problems. Together they identified the problems and then solved them. Every culture did that. Every community did that. And every nation did that too. Now that we are all digitally connected, we are no longer exploring new solutions. Instead, we're bumping into one another. We're arguing about which side has a better plan. We debate our process as being better than your process. This describes the falling or the failing, crumbling perception of the dying 3D matrix. Now in 5D, we are emerging as a collective, moving into a higher dimension of consciousness, where we stop the debates and the arguments. Instead, we collectively focus on solving problems for everyone. We look for genuine solutions. We stop arguing about the proposed solutions. Instead, we listen to everyone who has something to share. We embrace all the ideas presented, and we build upon them. In 5D, we take our collective intelligence, our collective thinking. We talk openly about solving problems. Smart, intelligent people make suggestions. Loving and caring people add their ideas too. And we collectively build upon the best ideas. We focus and unite around them, emerging ideas on solving problems. What's best for everybody? That's 5D perception. From 5D, we'll quickly stop the battles, the pushing, the fighting, and the arguments. We just move to a higher level of consciousness through collective listening. Together, we focus our energy on genuinely understanding problems to reveal 5D solutions for the betterment of all. The spiritual quest. 5D conversations. When you're in communication with another person and they're communicating back, 5D communications uses conjunctions, phrases to accommodate the transition in a conversation. And those words are, I hear you. So what I hear you saying, is this what you're saying? That's 5D, positive, as opposed to, well, no, that's not quite right. I'm sorry, I have to disagree. The problem with that, think of the spiritual energies that are at play in a conversation. When the transition between one person speaking and another person speaking is 5D, the conversations go amazingly. When we default down to the 3D of breaking good communications, the conversations suffer. What type of conversations do you have? 5D, the spiritual quest. Are you at 5D yet? When you hear the concepts of 5D and you listen and you kind of like what you hear, but there reaches a point where the little voice inside your head argues with that little voice that's arguing is your ego, yourself, arguing with your higher power. In 5D, you see it all. You can resonate with it all. You can understand it all. You can feel it all. That's 5D. If you're not feeling it all, whatever the reason is, that's holding you from receiving. 5D, the spiritual quest. In 5D communications, as human beings, we're way more than a computer. We're way more than an information source or an AI. As humans, we can feel one another. So when you have a friend who shares information with you that you disagree with, that makes you feel uncomfortable, That's a spiritual energy arising within you. You as a fellow human being can resonate with their energies, and you can try to feel where they're coming from, and you can sense their understanding, so that simultaneously you're coming to a higher degree of perception. That's 5D. Are you at 5D? Upgrade your programming. The spiritual quest. I'm out here next to the Atlantic Ocean, contemplating in conversations. Ask a stranger, what is it like here? Tell me about this place that you live. And listen to their descriptions as they tell you everything that's wonderful. Or perhaps they'll tell you everything that's horrible. Either way, it's true. It's their perception. We allow everyone to have their perceptions. In 5D, we look at our own perceptions and ask ourselves, does my perception serve my higher good? The step you can take to ensure the best results is to look at your life spiritually from within and find everything that there is in your life that's wonderful, because it's there. Find everything in your life that's amazing, because it's there. What's missing is the 5D perception. To just see it, love it, acknowledge it, promote it, share it. 5D perception. Are you a 5D yet? You're invited. Spiritual quest. Your life is like your shoes. Love your shoes. Love your life. If you look at a pair of shoes that is worn by a person who has had lots of life experiences, those shoes are probably going to be a little ugly to the person looking at them from the outside, but to the person wearing them, that's their soul. everything that makes them who they are, every experience that they have had. Being in those shoes is the experience of a life. So when we see raggedy shoes that look all worn out, they're usually filled with the best people. Because those people who have dealt with their own spiritual energies, being at the bottom of life or at the top of life, it's all in the shoes that you're wearing. Are you whole and fulfilled in who and what you are? Instead of trying to judge yourself based on the shoes that you desire, judge yourself based on the shoes that you're in. And find everything about those shoes that you're in. Find everything that's wonderful. Find everything that's magnificent. Find everything in your life that feeds your soul. That's 5D. And live from there. And trust that if you live from there, the direction that you're going is fabulous. Because the destination is God. And God is love. When you live in love, you breathe in love, and love flows through you, and that's the way you live your life. You're in 5D. Are you 5D yet? You're invited. Spiritual quest. 5D perceptions start with us as individuals, where we get to know our own complexities, our own inner sensations, our own inner skill sets in determining our life and our balance in life, and the content of our reality. The 5D perception from the other side, looking back, is the fastest path to your 5D destination is inside of your stomach and inside of your heart and inside of your head. And when you can get those three things in sync, that's 5D perception. And that makes you feel amazing when you're doing what you want to do or you're doing what you're supposed to do. And if for any reason you're not feeling that way, because that's who you truly are, the only reason you're not feeling that way is a decision that you've got to change your mind about. It's that simple, or it's that complicated. A 5D perception, a spiritual quest.